Raise your hand if you want to actually know what's going to happen at the time of the rapture. Because First Thessalonians says we're going to be taken up. Okay, then what? Is that the right way to read it? If I existed back then when it was written, is there some context there that I'm missing? The Bible doesn't really say. So, is there something else that might be possible during the rapture? I sat down with an eschatological expert, Dr. Matthew Halstead, and he explained this to me in context. And the way he interprets how the rapture will go down, you will not see coming. But once you hear it, it's the only thing that makes sense. Check this out.
My view is that we meet him in the air and we escort him back to the earth immediately. Now, let me begin by saying that I totally respect those who disagree with me, and there are lots of godly Christians who are on the other side of the fence of this particular question. My opinion, though, is that I do reject that typical popular understanding of the rapture, namely the one that says that one day Jesus will show up secretly and take us up into the sky, mainly because I don't agree with their exegesis of Scripture. So what I show in my book, I hope I show this successfully, is that rapture proponents misinterpret this. So if you look at 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, Paul does say that Jesus will come back on the clouds and we will be caught up with him in the clouds. So now that sure does sound like rapture. And what's interesting is when you look at this passage, you notice two very curious things. In that passage, it doesn't say that, it doesn't even comment where we will be going. You have to read it into that passage. So the question is,
So your
how do we...
interpretation of that is like caught up as in caught up is like the hinge at which that belief kind of sits on. So what do you interpret taken up as?
My view is that we meet him in the air and we escort him back to the earth immediately. Now, what if we pay attention to this word meet? So it says that we will meet the Lord in the air. We will meet him there. Well, that word in Greek, it was customary to go out and meet them before they arrive to your city. And the word there is to meet the dignitary, to go meet them out into the city, outside of the city walls, and then parade them back, as you say, as a grand entrance. And that is a way you paid homage. It's a way of telling the emperor, hey, this is your city. My question is, which assumptions should we make? 21st century modern Western assumptions? Or with the Thessalonians, would they have registered this meeting the Lord in the air and his return? Would they have registered that as an opportunity for a grand entrance